It's Vernisa, and I'm here to speak up. It's time to speak up. Hello, everyone. My name is Vernisa, and this is my podcast, Speak Up. Hope you guys are all having a great week so far and a great month. For those of you that don't know, the mission statement for this podcast is we'll use our voices to motivate people to overcome life's challenges through self-love and respect. So this is a place for self-love and respect. Welcome, new listeners. But before I get started, quick shout out to my amazing sponsors. Shout out to My Bar, located at 720 East Manchester in Inglewood, California. Get your nails, your lashes, your hair done. Ask for mine. Tell them that SpeakUpJV sent you. The Instagram is at myy.bar. And also a big shout out to my newest sponsor, the Event Wellness LLC. Book now with the Event Wellness LLC for massage therapy, non-invasive body contouring, and health and wellness events. Ask for Michelle. Book now at the Event Wellness. Speaking of the Event Wellness, I have a very special guest representing the Event Wellness. You guys give it up for Michelle Morris. Hi.
Hi, everybody.
Well, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm Michelle, and on social media, I go by Michelle Remise if you follow my regular page, and then at the Event Wellness for our business.
Love it, love it. So to have you on. I've known you for some time now. You gave me some great massages in my life and great conversations. So I'm so excited to have you on here and as a sponsor as well.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I look forward to having this conversation with you. I'm super excited.
Oh, girl, I am too. I've been excited about this all week. So tell us a little bit about yourself and your occupation.
Well, my name is Michelle Morris, and I've been a licensed massage therapist for almost 13 years. I do workplace wellness. That's how I started into the game. I never worked at a spa or anything like that. I researched wellness and health and wellness for the workplace, and that's why I took my avenue, and it just took off like that. I guess I knew what my calling was, and I guess because I worked in corporate, a state agency, and so I won't shout them out, but I was a state employee, so I knew the stressors of trying to navigate and everything ever changing and the stress level of it. So when I left that job, I decided that I wanted to help people. I didn't know how I was going to help them, but I wanted to help them. So the massage just it healed me. And then I went in, and from there on, I met my match, right? I stayed with it, and I don't know how, but by the grace of God, this was what I was supposed to do.
Yes, and you are amazing vibe at it too. You're healing people as you go, living in your purpose, and I love it. So tell us a little about the Event Wellness LLC.
Okay, the Event Wellness LLC, I just did that this year. I had a previous company that only focused on corporate wellness and chair massage. And with the shuffle from the pandemic, I was steady learning and putting more tools in my tool bag. And I was like, you know what? I didn't really want to let that company go because I had grown such a network with it. But sometimes you have to let stuff go in order to grow. And so this year I did the Event Wellness because I was doing more on-site wellness, like kind of celebrity events and bigger events, but on-site, like for their house or for their parties, right? And I was like, that company, that name, it just did not resonate anymore. So I was like, let me do the Event Wellness. I was like, it tells you what I do. I do events and I do wellness, and it doesn't have to be chair massage, although everybody knows me for my massage.
Yes. And what's your favorite thing about massage, about the whole field?
My favorite thing about it is that it helps people release. I think we are so stressed out with everyday life, whether you have a family, children, a spouse, a dog, a cat, whatever it is that you have, right? Is people are on edge, and I feel that we don't know how to release. And then it probably got twice as bad with the pandemic, but I think people need that safe space and a real place where you could detox. And I think that's what my favorite part of massage therapy is that just like you have your favorite braider or your favorite eyebrow girl or whatever it is that you have that's your favorite, massage therapy could be like that too. And it helps you relax your mind and detox. And I don't know that people really know that about massage. Sometimes people are still stuck on it's just something that people get as a luxury, but it's beyond that.
So it's definitely a essential, for real.
Exactly.
Overlooked. Yeah, because for y'all know too, I'm on a running journey, and like with me running more, I'm like, oh, I've been needing those massages. I've actually been catching myself booking them more often. So I completely understand that, especially if you're active with your body. So what's something else that people don't know about massage therapy, or like a myth about massage therapy that you would say?
Well, a lot of people think that it only has to be deep tissue. A lot of people think that massage, like it has to be painful in order for it to work. And it's proven time and time again that that is not true. I have couples that book with me every 2 weeks or monthly. And the husband doesn't like that kind of massage. He's like, Michelle, I don't want that kind of massage. But his wife likes deep tissue. And so you have to be able to navigate like that also, and offer your clients like an assortment of what fits them, not what they think you need to give them. Like, I'm only good at deep tissue. That's not true. He has a wonderful massage that's relaxing. He plays his meditation music. It doesn't matter. I've massaged to LL Cool J. Mama said, knock you out. I've massaged to everything, right? So I can just get in that zone. And if that's the music you want to listen to, this is your house. And I'm just going to take care of you for your 90 minutes to 2 hours. Most of my clients book for 90 minutes to 2 hours. So they really do appreciate massage.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, I would book that long too. That's nice. So, I know we talk about, I know like with massage therapists, we think of oils and essential oils. What's your favorite essential oil to use when doing a massage?
The essential oil, I usually blend my own oil. So that's another little custom thing that has kind of made me be sought after, because I'm so focused on the skin. And I want to make sure that the clients, like, I don't want my clients to be worried about what I'm putting on their skin. So I offer them 2 different things, organic avocado oil, which doesn't have any fragrance, because I don't know what anybody's senses are, right? So you may not want what I deem is relaxing. So I do that. So that's organic avocado oil, which is really good for the skin. It's nourishing. It's not too oily, but it's good enough to like get into deep tissue if you need to, or relax and kind of put them to sleep massage. And then I use, my favorite is organic sunflower oil. And right now I just started doing a melon and lime. Ooh. And everybody loves it. I mean, to the point, Barnisha, that they're asking me to make it. And I used to do that when I had like a larger client base and people would ask for my oils all the time. But after the pandemic, because they're organic, I didn't have like a shelf, like to keep it. So I kind of stopped that avenue of my journey. So now that I have these clients and they're regulars, they're like, that smells good, Michelle. Where'd you buy that oil? I was like, buy it.
You're like, this is like real.
Yeah, I'm like, this is the truth right here. So yeah, so that's another thing that I think it kind of helps them connect, and it does show them that that I care about that more than just booking them, getting the money, that kind of thing. I really care about mind, body, and soul.
It's definitely shown, by the way. So toodles to you. Yes. So tonight's episode is titled Positive Through It. So tonight we're going to be talking about having a positive mindset and not being afraid of fresh starts. So let's get into our Axe Up question of the day. So tonight's Axe Up question of the day, and I want to say, if you're out there listening, please feel free to comment. I always go back and read the comments. How do you keep a positive mindset through transitions? So I'll go ahead and go first. My self-talk. Transitions happen, but I learned to kind of like, I like to take a pause. I used to be very impulsive with my reactions when things would happen. That pause and then kind of talking to myself through it has helped me versus feeding into the self-doubt. So if you're listening out there, please comment. I would love to see how you guys get through your transitions, how you stay positive. So what about you, Michelle? How do you keep a positive mindset through transitions?
Well, what I normally do is I've started meditating. So in the last year or so, I do meditation. And
Mhm.
I find that controlling my emotions, like not reacting, just kind of sitting in that. And before I didn't know how to sit in stuff. So I understand, I can relate to what you're saying. It's just like we just want to keep moving. But I had to kind of sit in it, be calm about it, and then gather my thoughts and say, what is it that I need to do? Take this pause. Yes, I'll take this pause. And then I'm just going to have to navigate it as best as I can, but I'm not going to react like I used to. How I reacted in the past, it was painful. I don't know how to really, in any other words to say it, it would be painful to me because I'm prolonging the hurt or the disappointment or whatever it is that I had, because I'm kind of a planner. So when stuff doesn't go as planned, and I have a plan A, B, C, and D. So by the time I get to D and that still didn't work out, yeah, my emotions is I'm feeling some kind of way about this because I'm like, no, not me. I planned this out. What
That's
are you
probably the
doing,
Aquarius in us.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I love that. Yeah, and I want to say, so let's talk about the importance of keeping a positive mindset. Really got to come to terms with life is about balance. There's always going to be transitions, change. Sometimes the table's being shaken up, but your mindset stays with you. You could be in a crazy environment, but if your mindset in here is correct, you can actually go through it. You ever seen someone in a positive environment, but this was all negative and you weren't having a good time? So I feel like when we're chaotic on the inside, it doesn't matter where you are, you're going to feel that chaos. Those negative thoughts create that negative environment. Our minds are more powerful than we think. And I think too, having a positive mindset requires you to take your self-care seriously. So things like massage therapy, taking those time out your day to get that stuff done will keep you grounded.
Correct. And energy attracts energy. So I always tell people that it's easier for you to have a positive mindset because more positivity will happen to you. Set your intentions to have a good day. Now, it may not go as planned, but still set your intentions to have a good day, because when negative things happen, we're able to navigate a whole lot better than when we're just kind of, I don't know where I get this phrase from, willy-nilly, just going out there winging it, right? So I set my intentions. I'm going to have a good day. My clients are going to have a good experience. I'm going to show up being the very best Michelle Renice. So I'm setting that up. It's not by accident.
Yes.
So let me just say that it's not by accident. This is divine. Like, I'm planning this for my clients, and my clients feel it. And so what that does for me is that I'm not always looking for clients, because my clients are like, we love this girl. This girl comes with positive energy. They don't know a tire could have blew out and a credit card could have been stolen. By the time I get to their job, I'm like, hi guys.
And it's just great.
Right? Because I leave that in the car. And a lot of times I get places a lot earlier than I need to, because if I have some chaos going on, as we all do, we all have family members, loved ones, bills, an invoice that didn't get paid on time, whatever it is that you have going on, I center myself in the car. I say some positive affirmations. I'm like, you're going to have a good day. You run the day does not run you. You have made it here safely, and you getting ready to go and give them 100% of Michelle. And then that's how I leave it. And so even if sometimes my days are so long because I have pushed through in that reserve energy of being the very best Michelle. So I'll sit in the car and people will be waving and honking, and they just don't know that I am like so depleted, right? But I have done everything that I needed to do for my client. I sit there, I center myself, and then I figure out if I need a Starbucks or a Snicker or whatever. Granola
Give me
bar,
something.
right?
And I must say, after the first massage I've ever received from you, it was like one of those things like, wow, she's great. I would love to keep in touch with her, like really get another massage. Like, you have that type of energy. And, I love that you take your clients serious. You're like, in the day I'm bringing my energy to them. I want to make sure they have a great experience. So I have a question. All this goes with mental health. How does massage therapy affect one's mental health?
I think massage therapy really helps people kind of release. And I don't know if they, I mean, I know massage therapy, I try very hard to stay within my scope with massage therapy. So, of course, we're no medical professionals. We have to stay within the scope of what we're certified in. But
Exactly.
as far as being able to just kind of just decompress, it is something about having all the weight of whatever it is on you. Whether, I mean, like for me, I mean, I'm 55, right? So I'm in a funny kind of age bracket that I have parents that may need more assistance than normal, right? Because they're getting older. And then I have adult children. So a lot of times when I tell people, oh no, I completely understand, I let them know I'm very open and vulnerable. And those are two things that we were taught in massage therapy not to be. So we were kind of taught like, oh no, you need to protect your energy. You need to do this. But I came in and I made a lane for myself, and it's been fabulous. And I feel like that is why people love me, and that is why I'm able to connect deeper, is because I treat them like people, and I let them know you are not by yourself. You are not alone. If they want to say something, they don't have to ever talk to me except telling me what kind of massage that they want. But if they feel comfortable to talk to me, I don't mind actively listening. I'm not listening to respond. I'm listening because they need an ear. So as a massage therapist, I can bring that to them. I can let them tell me about some things that maybe didn't go right. It's not a lot of detail. They're not telling me the login number or anything like that. They're just talking. And, as they can get that out, that they can release. And as a massage therapist, I feel that release. So I know when it's time for them to stop talking, because they've kind of like zoned out. They've got the, whatever. We may have to sell the rental property or whatever. And, like for me, I don't know anything about the rental property. They said it right here. It went right out here. I just know like their body is releasing,
whatever
like,
it is.
That pressure, and they'll say, oh, it's good. And I'll be like, okay, well, let me know if anything doesn't feel comfortable. And I just let them zone out.
I love that. Okay.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just say, I think that that's one of the things that helps with mental health.
Oh, and that was a well said answer, because I agree with that, if that's the thing. And I'm also too, I want to ask this too, because there's some people who probably are scared of, don't want to get them, never had one before. In your opinion, why do you think some people are hesitant on booking massage appointments? Like, it could be anything.
Yeah. The fear of not knowing a person. Some people have had massages before and they weren't, the people weren't very mindful. Like, maybe some therapists only feel like you need to work those kinks out. But all people don't need that. Some people truly want to relax. And it doesn't matter that you play golf and your shoulders are all jacked up. To me, as a therapist, that's not what you asked for. So,
I like that. That's not what you asked for.
So the client is always right. If they want a softer touch, or they just want to relax and massage, they're paying for this massage. They can have that massage. I don't have to work out the kinks. It doesn't matter that I'm capable of doing it, or I feel like that's my expertise. If they want a lighter touch massage, you have to have a couple of more tools in your tool bag in order to help your clients. One size does not fit all.
I love, like, you listen to your clients. I love that. Look, y'all, she great. Y'all better book with her now. It is now time for the tweet up segment. Y'all know I like to be on Twitter. Call it on Twitter. Something that I tweeted this week that goes with tonight's episode is, sometimes we just have to push the refresh button on our journey. So this is the other part of our episode is, don't be afraid to start over on your journey. Life comes with those changes, and I think sometimes when we get stuck on where we already are, we become resistant, and that actually blocks us from growing. Sometimes a fresh start is needed for fresh ideas. I feel like staying compressed in that same bubble, what actually hinders you than grows you. So I have a question, Michelle. Has there ever been a time when you had to start over? If so, how did you pivot?
kind of, I touched on this earlier, is that my previous company was called the Corporate Chair. And with that company, I was so proud that I had built this network, right? And I even got contacted by the NFL network and like just, NBC and all these people, right? And I just did not want to let that company go. But when I did the event wellness company, I had so many other avenues opened up. I mean, I became a vendor for LA County. I became a vendor for CalPERS. Like, so bigger and better opportunities open, as well as I have like a lot of Fortune 500 companies that have booked with me. And so your network never leaves you. You just have to keep growing. And that business had served me so well, and it was almost like I was holding on so tightly because I did not trust that I could do that again, but I could. And so you
put a bar in there about your network.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that was great. Say that for the audience.
Yes. So you trust in yourself, trust in your gifts, and trust in like the things that make you shine. So don't second guess yourself. I know people like I'm trying to keep this hair looking crazy because I always have my hair pinned up doing massage, right? And I'll have it in a braid or some braids. And so let me do this quick. Okay, there we go. Trust in what your gifts are, because you make it. That the corporate chair was fabulous to me and it did good by me, but I could go out anytime. The pandemic showed me I could be Michelle Renice and get clients. I didn't need a company to stand behind because I am the brand. That's it, so I provide the service. So even if I have to provide it under my name, Michelle Renice, then that's how I'm gonna provide it, because that's who they know anyway. So the company part was just me trying to grow and scale the company and help other massage therapists make a fair wage and bring like the best team to different events. Because a lot of times when you have a few therapists, you kind of got the luck of the Irish, right? Because the event planning company, they haven't critiqued anybody. We got 4 good people. They working the dog crap out of us. And then the other 4 people are standing over there with 2 different colored blacks on, looking crazy, right?
You're like,
that's not functional. So that's kind of what made me start my business in the first place. It's like I knew the people out in the field and who were like the bomb OG therapists. And I always kept note of it. Even before I had my business, I was like, okay, John is good. Okay, John, so-and-so is good. Okay, Martha, she gonna be on my team. When I get my big event, she gonna be on my team. And that's what happened this year is I had like a really big, a big party in Bradbury. And they said, we had this disclosure, you can't take any pictures or any footage or anything. So I was going down my roster. Who are the people that I could bring? Because I need some listeners. I need some people that's going to show up on time and that's going to, because these were also, in addition to that, they were my private clients, but they were having a big event. So the event company contacted me and was like, hey, Michelle, I was referred by Rosa. I was like, okay. And then I didn't know what was going on. And she was like, we need chair massage. We're going to have you guys under this, da-da-da-da-da. And it was so detailed. And she was like, it's a birthday party, but we're not singing happy birthday. I was like, I got you.
And I love how you believed in yourself and, you pivot through, and that goes with the topic is, a positive mindset will help you through those transitions, through those fresh starts. So I love how you took note of who was around you and you pivoted forward. It is now time for our Life Up segment. So the Life Up segment is when I think the topic and I relate to something like a problem in today's world. So tonight's Life Up is letting temporary changes affect your mindset, feeding our minds with things that create self-doubt, and being afraid of the fresh start. So, I think even when we have a great mindset, sometimes things will come along and kind of knock us to the side, but you really have to keep your mind, like you said, you transition and figuring out your next move. You still had to keep that belief in yourself, silence those self-doubts to even want to set up a team or keep afloat, to contact your network list. And you weren't afraid of the fresh start, fresh starts are always going to happen. I feel like us being afraid, we're never going to push that start button and move forward. So how do we fix that? I think, Don't be afraid of the fresh start. Silence the self-doubt.
Uh-huh.
And have that faith in yourself. I think, faith in God and faith in yourself. So what motivates you to keep going?
You know what I do when I have a lot of self-doubt, and we all have it. I've been very positive probably throughout my life. But when it shuts down, it shuts down. So I
Yeah.
don't really know how to really word it other than I have to kind of hibernate to kind of re-get my energy up, because I am such a giving person. So what I have started doing is journaling. And I get all that negativity and I put it on paper, and I can see what is fact and what is fiction by writing it
Like
down.
that.
Yeah, by writing this down, I know that I'm a good person. I know that my clients love me. I know what I bring to the table, that I bring value, that I'm a good therapist. So that self-doubt kind of gets like erased, because I'm writing these things down, and I'm writing down my fears, and I'm getting them out of here, and I'm putting them on paper. And you can do whatever you want to do with them. What I've been doing, I'm on social media, but I'm not on social media. It's hard to say. I don't have a social media following that's huge, because the type of business that I do, I can't come in your house and videotape every nook and cranny, even though sometimes they'll have me places and I'll be like, is it okay if I videotape the view? They're like, absolutely. They don't care. They're like, yeah, it's just you, Michelle. But I try to value their privacy, right? And just show up the proper amount of respect that I would want to give it to myself. And so they're always like, yeah, okay, go, yes. And I'm like, oh my God, the ocean is so pretty from right here. So I always tell people that I have the best job in show business, because if you have a client that's in Malibu and she's like,
they want
okay,
you to come by.
I'm running late. I'm on her balcony. I'm on her deck. Like, take your time. I'm over here decompressing and looking at how my life could be.
I love that. So you're making the most out of your moments and spreading it for the day.
Being very present and very grateful. So my gratitude is like on like a level
big one.
12. Like it's
and you're always smiling. I love your smile, but you're full of life, and you're like, I'm a smile, I'm a shine. Never been afraid to shine. So it is now time for our drink up segment. So if you're listening out there, please pull out some water and drink some water. Oh, I need water. And I have a water fact for tonight. So tonight's water fact is, by drinking water regularly before and after a therapeutic massage session, you keep muscles properly hydrated and help your body flush out lactic acid, which is released during the massage. Oh,
that's great.
Yes, yes. So look, I had to put that in. I had to customize it for tonight's episode. So drink your water before and after your massage, especially your deep tissue.
Exactly.
What
you can like get dehydrated because of pushing those toxins out, and just kind of just releasing all of that. And another fun note about massage is, like, a few years ago, I got certified for something called lymphatic drainage. I was just curious about it. We don't ever have to really do anything but keep our license together every 2 years. But I was like, I like to do medical based stuff. So I learned how to do lymphatic drainage massage, and that has served me so well, because a lot of people, a lot of celebrities like lymphatic drainage. I didn't know what lymphatic drainage was at the time when I was taking it, but it is something that actually, it's almost like it's energy work, because it's not a very hard massage, but it pushes out the toxins, and it pushes into your lymphatic system. So all of us have a lymphatic system that pushes out waste, right? But the lymphatic drainage massage helps kick that up about 30 to 35%. So that means, I sound like somebody's mama, but that means like you'll be doing more number ones and number twos, and it has that slimming effect. So that's why a lot of people get it, like if you're in the industry or, trying to keep that slick look, or you went on vacation and you had a lot of margaritas
Woo!
because you was on vacation. So yeah, they'll get their lymphatic drainage massage. They'll be looking like tight. Their waist will be like back snatched, and people get it like once a month.
That's amazing. Okay. Well, y'all hope y'all are listening out there. She do that too, y'all. So what's a tip you would give to a person who aspires to get into massage therapy?
I would say do your research. Figure out like what it is that you want to do in massage. There's so many avenues that you could take. I know a lot of people. I took my massage class. They were like, oh, I'm going to do sports massage, Michelle, or I'm going to do this kind of massage. I'm going to see if I could get on with like the Lakers or the Clippers or something like that, right? A sports team. And yeah, just do your research because it's a lot of avenues. And a lot of times that research will make or break you.
I like that.
Right? So I did workplace wellness. I saw that it was billions of dollars in the workplace to keep your staff stress free.
Wow, it's the full thing.
Right? So workplace wellness was, I was going to make that work. I didn't know how I was going to make it work. I had no idea how I was going to make it work, but I knew that I had set my intentions and done some research on it. And then that's how we met, is because I mean, and once I set my intentions, absolutely not did I just go out there and I was Michelle Morris and knocking on company doors. Hi, I have a massage chair. No, I got in with a very big company that was here in Southern California. Yep. And it was, they're actually still in business, but it was called Infinite Massage. And that's how I got to NBC. That's how I got to your old company. That's how I got a lot of law firms. Infinite Massage was everywhere. And what I knew was I wanted to do this on my own, but how was I going to do it on my own? So
you used the stepping stool of it.
Exactly. I used them. I learned from the best. I figured out that they're at these movie studios, and then I'm a talker. I made some connections. Next thing you know, okay, we got booked from Scandal, right? That's your client, Scandal. Who else is here for ABC? Who else is here on this studio? So I would do little stuff, and it's just like, it's so funny to me now. But I would leave my business cards in the bathroom because I'm not there under Michelle Renice. I'm there under Infinite Massage. So I would leave my business card somewhere, or I would get lost in the elevator, and somebody that looked very familiar, like an actor, would have to escort me back to the main place that people are. So you're not really supposed to be back here, and I'm pulling this chair with a whole bunch of cleaning supplies.
But they know what you do.
All my back teeth. Hi, I need help. I'm looking for studio. Blah blah blah. My event would be over. Okay. I'm just wandering around so I can figure out if I can network with somebody. And that is how your girl did it.
That's active networking, going out your way, going out your comfort zone. So y'all, hope y'all taking notes on networking. We can't be afraid to get out, put ourselves out there, even in the weirdest ways sometimes. So I love that, like unusual ways. I'll say that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So it is now time for the Poet Up segment. So y'all know I like to write poetry. So it's one of my newest segments on SpeakUpJV now called the Poet Up segment. So I'm going to read a quote or two from one of my poems. This is from my poem, Scarred Woman. Here we go. So, scarred woman, like a palm tree, people look at you for peace because through the storms you still inspire, you still ascend. Touching the clouds, you allow yourself to heal. The cuts are deep, but the oceans of your strength are deeper.
Beautiful.
I just shared. Thank you. So, like I say, I do this segment on purpose to push myself out my comfort zone and make myself write more. So I hope you guys enjoyed the Poet Up segment. So, Michelle, what is something that makes your services in particular unique? So the experience with you.
I think one of the things is that I make my own massage oil. I think that also that I don't overbook. A lot of times, when you're in demand, you may not know like what your limits are. So I don't overbook. You know why? Because I know my clients. And even though my clients are excellent and wonderful, I want them to have their full service. So if they book a 90-minute massage, and I know this person to add on like a whole sister or a whole friend, and I'll be like, I need to block off like 2 or 3 hours for them. And if it doesn't work out like that, then fine, I'm back on calendar. And if there's anybody in that area in Calabasas or Woodland Hills and they hit me up, absolutely, I could go. But at this stage in life, I don't do a lot of private clients. I probably have a handful of private clients that can call me in a niche and I show up for them. But I'm doing more corporate wellness, and I'm also like incorporating like a lot of more health and wellness stuff that I want to put myself out there to do. So, you know, like I said, a lot of people don't particularly like massage, but they like talking to me, right? Mm-hmm. So that's why I was like, I need to start focusing on like that avenue of health and wellness, that avenue of kind of helping people navigate, like, I don't want to say relationships, but I want to say like workplace relationships, because a lot of times people don't know how to deal with people in the workplace. And I don't know why it is, but I just know how to look at it from a different perspective. And I'm always looking at it like, this person is not mad at you. The CEO has a job to do. We got to get the, you know, this time limit, you know,
let's do it.
Personal, you know, and it helps a person kind of navigate to know that as a person, sometimes we take it personal. It's not personal. All of this stuff has to be pushed out by 9 o'clock tomorrow, right? So it's like they have that pressure and they want, you know, they don't know how to navigate it, meaning like the staff doesn't know how to receive that sometimes. So I feel like that's my additional service, that when staff comes in and they may say something, I'll say, you know what? You got this. You know that it's not always like this. This is just the nature. This is the grind of the business. And then I bring them back to gratitude. Look at this company. Look, I don't know no company that lets you have 3 weeks off for pay. I don't know no company
that you get a massage at the job.
Yeah, right. So I let them know that, yes, you guys give 110%, but look at what your owners, look at what the company does for you. Like, I'm your massage therapist.
You're teaching that part.
You know,
giving them gratitude in the workplace.
It brings it kind of full circle, and not everybody, but I feel like that helps a few people. Like, you know, I've been a single parent before. I know how that pressure is. So I try to kind of navigate, and like I said, I'm very open with my journey and I'm very vulnerable. So I think that helps them to know that I'm 100%. I don't share your story, I share my story. So my story is what's supposed to motivate you. I don't share anybody else's. Everybody knows that when they get a table massage or they tell me about whatever, they car note not being paid, they just said it while I said take a deep breath, and they're getting their massage. We don't talk about it anymore. If they come back and I see them 2 weeks later and they're like, Michelle, that check came, I'm like, oh, praise God, that is so wonderful. You know?
And there you go. And that's to make it a nice, unique experience.
Exactly. And what happens in the massage room and what they say to me only comes through me.
I love that. So you keep the privacy and integrity.
Exactly.
I love that. So it is now time for the show up segment. So it's another new segment on the show is, if you're in the comments too, please answer, how did I show up for myself this week? So I would love to hear you guys' answer. So for me personally, actually, last week I was in Oregon. I kind of took a break for everything. I completed my first half marathon, and just, it was like a lot of little things just to get away. You know, I feel like, you know, we're always on the muscle bustle, and we never carve out time to just go to a different state and just get away. So that was my way of showing up for myself this week, and also carved out some family time. So what about you, Michelle? How did you show up for yourself this week?
For this week, I showed up for myself because one of my friends is fighting a cancer diagnosis, right?
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Oh, thank you so much. I'll pass that information. But yeah, so I showed up for our group because we're going to do a cancer run on Sunday. So on October 29th, I'll be doing that. So I wouldn't say I showed up for myself, but because I'm so busy, I carved that time out because I felt like that was so important, and so many things had got shuffled for me that would have been my one day to relax. And I said, no, not on this Sunday. So I showed up for myself for that by pushing through and not letting, like, I won't say selfishness, but knowing the importance of showing up for my friends. One of my friends set it up that we were all going to do it. These are my friends from like high school, middle school, and junior high. They know me best. They always say that I'm always smiling, and this is what I've been to them. And I just want them to know that I love and honor them, and I'm gonna show up for them whenever I can.
Oh, so beautiful. Yeah, that definitely is showing up. When you show up for others, you're showing up for yourself as well. So I love that. Sending love and prayers.
Thank you so
You're so welcome. And I love to ask every guest a fun question before we wrap up the show. So your fun question for tonight is, what is what's the funniest / most interesting reaction you got after one of your massages?
It was so inappropriate, but I love this guy. I worked at this company that it was steady growing, but at the time that I worked at this company, I was doing chair massage. And this is super funny. The guy, he was an older guy, but it was like a sales team. So it was predominantly men, but it was, they didn't have an HR or anything like that. You know how a company is kind of like has less than so many
more chillax.
Yeah, exactly. So he got his massage, and it was funny. He was like, woo, that was good. And because it had so much space, I brought a table because the men were so tall. So I didn't have, at that time, I didn't have a massage chair that really fit the height of all the men. So he was actually laying on a table. So they could take their shirt off. You know, everybody had their clothes on, but they could take their shirt off and get like a real 25 or 30-minute massage. And when he got up, he said, that's what I call a happy ending. I fail, okay? And it was so funny. I mean, I think the door was open because I was like stashed in this little conference room. But I remember how funny it was because the assistant, who is like still like the cutest person, my sweetest friend, she was like, Shell, you okay in there?
Oh, like, what happened? Oh. The happy ending joke with massages. That's hilarious.
Exactly. And you know how inappropriate that is. So it was so funny. So the door was cracked. And I remember saying, okay, John.
I got time to go.
Right? Like, and this was one of the first companies that booked me out a year in advance. And I'm like, here go John getting ready to just mess up a contract because he's sitting up here being crazy. I was looking like, John, you better not be messing up Michelle's money,
cash flow. I better get tipped too.
Exactly. But he was so cute. He meant nothing by it. And it was so funny. He said that his wife used to be a massage therapist. So he would always tell me these stories about his wife used to be a massage therapist. And I don't ever engage in conversation. Like I said, I let you talk until, you know, you're tired. And then so one day when it was over, he said, yeah. He goes, you know what? She's not one anymore, Michelle. And I go, no, John, I don't. He said, because she married the old man. She married the old man. I was like, I was like, well, you know, I missed my shot, John.
Oh, well, thank you for sharing that. That definitely was a great answer for the fun question. It is now time for the wrap-up segment. So how does this relate to self-love? Self-love is loving yourself enough to work on your mindset, to keep it positive, to be okay with fresh start, giving yourself the best, not being afraid to level up. So, Michelle, how do you practice self-love?
I get massages.
I like that.
I do spa days with my girlfriends. We'll go and do like we go to Glen Ivy once a year. So that's one thing I carve out all the time. That's not the only thing that I do. I do massages every few months, but not as often as I used to. Okay. But yeah, I mean, and I walk, and I do something called mindful meditation. So that means that you can meditate at any time. I can meditate in a post office if I need to. I have learned to just kind of center and ground myself and just make sure that I keep that energy light, because energy is like a magnet. Mm-hmm. And if you have negative energy, it's bouncing off of you. You know, when people used to say, what else could happen? You know, you drop your
bringing
that. Yeah, you're like, what else could happen? I never asked the universe that question. I pick up my phone and say, thank goodness I have insurance.
Woo! Or it still works. I love that.
Exactly.
I
So
like
it's like,
that.
this is, this is, if this is the worst thing, that's what I tell my clients. If this is the worst thing that was going to happen, we got it out the way. So your coffee spills, you waited in that long Starbucks line and it spills like as you get to the door of the job.
I
That's the
like
worst
that.
thing that's going to happen today. So you've already got your whatever crazy karma.
And
Keep
you
it
got
moving.
through it. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that was a good perspective of life. Thank you for sharing. And this is a question I like to ask every guest. Is the last question of the night for you. So, what do you want to be remembered for?
I want to be remembered for my compassion.
Doing that
Yeah,
already.
I want to be remembered for that. I want to be remembered for a person who gave to people even when I didn't know them. Like
Yeah.
I connect very deeply with people, and this may be the only time we cross paths, but I want them to remember that somebody took the time to care about them, to buy them a hamburger. I'm not videotaping any of this stuff, but just if I have it, I'm going to offer it. I've seen people that all my family and my ex would be like, why are you standing there talking to that homeless person or whatever? But if it resonates with me to find out what their story is, to dig in my purse and see if I have $5 or $10, if that's all that I can do to help this person and make them keep going today, then I did what I was supposed to do. We cross paths for that reason.
Yes.
Whatever they do with that $10, that's up to them. But I gave it to you from a good place, hoping that you got something to eat or that you were able to buy a soda if it was cold or hot or whatever.
I love that. Thank you so much for that beautiful answer. And I must say, you're already doing it. So, yes, you're definitely a blessing and a light in this life. And remember, you guys, remember to check in with yourself. So, when it comes to that positive mindset, shifting your mind. Sometimes too, we're not feeling our best, but always check in with yourself. Tap in, see how you're feeling. Check in with that fresh start. Is it a fresh start that you actually do want to go after? And remember, the mind is powerful. And remember to be gentle with yourself, even through the fresh start. We're always learning. So much wisdom out there, but take it in and be gentle with yourself as you do it. But it was a pleasure having you on here, Michelle. Thank you so much for just coming on here and blessing us with your light. Before we go, can you please shout out your information? Also, shout out the cute sweater that you have on as well. I would love to,
Oh, thank
shout it
you.
all out.
This is one of my corporate clients, the JLux label. They have the most beautiful clothing, right? So I was like, I'm gonna wear one of their cute little new items that they have, and this is the sweater. And I mean, it's warm, it's good quality, and it's not funny, but it's something about their team that aligns with me to such a way that I'm like so connected with them that they call it's the JLux label, and it's a lifestyle, right? It truly is a lifestyle because they have massage therapy every week.
Love
So
that.
when I tell you that the owners of that company know how to take care of their staff, they are totally aligned with what my values are. So I'm so happy and blessed that I was able to connect with them and be their massage therapist and offer a quality service that they saw that was valuable. And their clothes are like beautiful.
Love it. Yes, y'all tap in as well. And also, Michelle, where can people find you if they want to book with you? Anything?
Oh, the link is in my bio, but you can find me at michelle.renese. So that is MICHELLE underscore Renese, RENESE, or you can find me at the Event Wellness.
Yes.
That's
So
our business page.
yes, I love it. And also my newly sponsor as well. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for tapping in. Before I go, quick shout out to my amazing sponsors. Shout out to My Bar, located at 720 East Manchester in Inglewood, California. Get your nails, your lashes, your hair done. Ask for mine. Tell them that SpeakUpJV sent you. The Instagram is at MYY.BAR. And also a shout out to the Event Wellness LLC. Book now with the Event Wellness LLC for massage therapy, non-invasive body contouring, and health and wellness events. Ask for Michelle. Book now at the Event Wellness. Thank you so much, girl, for coming on here. We will be back. I will be back next Thursday with another fresh episode. Tell your friends to subscribe. Love y'all.
I definitely will. Thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure.
Yes, likewise. And make sure to follow at SpeakUpJV. See y'all later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.